Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar. So, what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second and have a look at everything that comes inside the packaging. We'll then have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. Of course, we'll do some comparisons with him and his original Generation 1 self, and some not so good versions of him down the Generations toy line as well. So there we go. Before we get started, I need to thank Robot Recruits though, because that's who I purchased this from, and they got it to me nice and safe and sound. And first impressions, really good. I mean, this is at the moment, I know all the new figures are brilliant, and I know I keep saying it, but I think Studio Series 86 is just that little bit better. Still, it looks a good figure. It feels really weighty. It feels really chunky. There's great artwork on the fronts there and on the side, of course. I just think that, I don't know, they're making more of an effort. There's more detail. They're just so much better than some of the figures, especially I suppose in the Prime Wars trilogy, like exactly like that one, to be honest. Exactly like that. This one looks amazing. It's going to take 22 steps, so it looks like it's going to be quite complex. And there he is with, of course, his reference number. This is the 9th figure released in this toy line. Right then, let's have a look at him. Good. And as I say, he looks really good. I already think, as I say, that Dinobot Slug is my figure of the year from this toy line, and this guy doesn't look too far behind either, to be honest. I'm impressed with the size. I know it's a Voyager class figure, but a lot of Voyager class figures obviously come under fire recently for being that bit smaller. He looks so much bigger than Hot Rod. I'm going to get Hot Rod over for a comparison as well in a second. But there we go. So we've got this, of course, Junkian battle scene. And again, I will mention it. This is brilliant. This is so much more robust, so much more sturdy than any of the backdrops for the Netflix figures that we had. And we've got the standard instructions there. And what I'm going to do now then is set him free from there. And I'll come right back to you. We'll have a detailed look at him. Okay, as you can see, he's out of the packaging, and we'll just do a quick first impressions. So this is literally fresh as he's just come out. So yeah, look at that. The detail there is brilliant. It's really good, you know, super detailed. The tash is actually coming out off the side of the face. It's not just a mold of the particular mustache that he normally has. Yeah, I mean, we might as well do some articulation, but you can already see that we've got a full shoulder rotation all the way around, up and down. We've got a waist swivel. We've got, yeah, hips, so legs up to down, side to side, knees, ankle tilts even. I mean, it's got everything. Biceps, or elbow joint, however you refer to it. It's even got, look, it's even got like an ab crunching movement, so you can tilt him forward, and of course you can turn his wrists as well. What first strikes me is just, I suppose, the size of him, which is weird because he is a Voyager class figure, and I think it's because we haven't had Voyager class figures that I would class again as Voyager class figures. I've just noticed something else that's a bit strange, but you can actually as well, you can adjust these, and there's no other word to call them apart from nipples, I suppose, but yeah, you can adjust them, and mine were just off-centered, and I'm gonna say honestly, they put me off. So although I don't normally do comparisons at this point, I'm gonna have to, just as I suppose to justify what I'm telling you, because this guy again is another fantastic figure. I love him. But he's in the same price category. And I know this guy comes with a lot of accessories, but there's no comparison for size-wise there. Yep, I like this figure. I think it's brilliant. Very good piece of engineering. But this is what I'm trying to, I suppose, get across. The fact that this guy actually feels and indeed looks a lot more like a Voyager class figure. So, yeah, I think hopefully that's explained it well enough. What I'm going to do now then, I'm going to quickly transform him into his alternate mode, and we can do some comparisons. And of course, we'll have to do the scenes where we put one of the figures on his back. So then, here he is in his alternate mode, and just a quick reminder, the transformation process will be in a separate video loaded up straight after this, so I don't ruin it for people who don't want to see it. It took 22 steps. It was pretty straightforward, to be honest. It's quite good the way it all sort of clicks in together. What I suppose a couple of things that surprised me is that this part right inside here, that is of course his head, and it's all tucked in nicely. And again, I really like it. There's a little bit of a gap there if you want to be really picky, but that's only if you're looking fully, you know, straight on. If you turn it slightly to the side, the spikes are looking good. I think I just need to lower this down just a fraction. And then there's these things we didn't even realise were there, but you can actually fold out right here some stands, like so. So of course you can balance and you can pose it much more. It's great, you know, as you'd expect, wheels spinning around, perfect, no issues with that whatsoever. Oh, as soon as I say that, this one's a little, it's better, there we go, it's just a little bit tight at the front. You've got a nice, it even looks like it's chromed gold deco there. If we do want to be super picky, there's obviously a couple of differences again from the images that we've got on the packaging. They look like we get a lot more chrome on these particular bits, which end up being on the back of the box, and the engine, etc. It's just, as I say, the silver plastic rather than actual chrome. The original figure had the chrome. We might as well do a quick comparison with that. By the original, I meant the original 1986 version, and this is, you know, it's obviously it's a massive improvement, but the original Wreck-Gar was a big figure as well. That's what I meant by the chromed engine there. You can see the way that's glistening. It is, of course, real chrome. But if we have a quick, proper comparison, picking it up, it's really good. It's much longer. And what I really do like, and quite surprised with actually, that they do have these spikes, especially with all the safety measures and laws and everything coming in. I mean, Optimus Prime's not even allowed smokestacks now because obviously they're spiky, but these Hasbro have gone ahead anyway and put spikes on, and they're not soft rubber, they are plastic. So quite impressive that they've done it, and I'm not going to say they've got away with it, because there's nothing really wrong with it. It is a toy, and I don't think you could hurt anybody. You'd have to be really trying. So good little touch. Even the spikes, as I say, on the wheels, they all look really good as well. Nice touch there with the petrol cap detail inside. Yeah, overall impressed with it, to be honest. You can even attach his other axe part to the back. There's a couple of ports there you can see on the back. If we go with the smaller one, and if we just pop that there, put it at an angle, then of course it won't get in the way. In fact, you can get it, you can put it that way as well. Oh, you can push it all the way in, like it has in the picture, to be honest. If you have a look in the pictures, oh, I'm really struggling with this with the one hand. But what I want to do quickly, of course, I want to do this, where we're going to use the actual scene. And I know I mentioned it before, but these are nice and robust. They do look really good. I used the Netflix as a bit of an example earlier, but also the shattered glass things, the back of them, they're really flimsy. This is a proper sturdy backdrop. Right, one more thing that we've definitely got to do, and of course, let's take Hot Rod. I suppose, again, I was talking about size. He looks practically childlike to this now, so let's sort of get him in position. I've got him ready. Let's hope he fits on. Pushing them either side. You can already see that the hands, they're going to slide over. I'm not even, I'm making sure that you guys can sort of see what I'm doing as well. There we go. There it is. That's what we all want to see. If you want to display a bot in alternate mode, it's got to be this one, hasn't it? There you go. Have a look at that. Let's look at it from both angles. We can, of course, lift his head up as well. Yeah, that looks awesome. I don't think, to be fair, I'm being dead honest here, I don't think I've seen an alternate mode as good as this, with the fact of what you can do. I'm blown away by that. That's absolutely brilliant. Loving it. So impressive. Right then, we're going to come back with him in his robot mode, have a look how we can use his accessories in that, and then just do a few more comparisons just to finish it off. But let's just have one quick look at, it's got to be the best. It's got to be the best toy line at the moment, especially, I suppose, if you like G1. It's got to be the best toy line. They just look brilliant. They are nailing it. Right, let's have a look at him in his robot again. Okay, so we're back for the final time, and as you can see, he's back in his bot mode. So let's have another look at him now and how these accessories are all going to work. And yeah, again, looks really, really good. Basically, any of these spikes, you can then attach these wheels on. That's because if you slide them down the spike, you can see there's a cutout all around it. And obviously on the side of the wheel, you can slide this down and pop it on there. Now, the look that most of the pictures, and I've seen people are going for, is the two wheels on the one side. I think it's even the same as, yep, that's even the same as actually on there. Then taking the spinning axe, which again is brilliant. You've got the main handle there, and what I mean by main handle is there's a port here, so I might as well show you that first and foremost. If we spin it round, if you remember, just above the petrol tank, there's that hole. So if you wanted to, you can pop that in there, and you can hold that as well. You can actually really pose this guy super well, even on carpet. It looks really good. And of course, we can then spin this, take it off rather, and then pop it in his normal hand, like so. Again, I think it looks brilliant. You can mix and match. You can turn them around, put them whatever side you want. Let's do a comparison with the original G1 figure. And do you remember I was talking about his moustache? Here you go. You can just about make out here. See, they've got a moulded one, same as what obviously Scourge had. So it's actually nice to have the real, I was going to say facial hair, but it's obviously, I don't think it's hair with it being robots. But what I also like, and I've worked out that I can do literally just this second, what I'm going to do now, that I'm going to take this axe off. I suppose I could put it in that hand. Let's really give him a couple of weapons. But the original G1 figure, with it being as big as what it was, it had 5mm ports, and with the size the way it is, that was the original Retgar's gun. So watch this. There you go. You can give him the original Retgar's gun. I've got too much stuff in this side now. I'm overloading him. Let's pop this on the back. And to be honest, I think this is now. Yeah, I'm liking that. I love the fact that the G1 gun goes, and again, because of the size of the original G1 figure, it doesn't look out of proportion. It doesn't look like he's got a tiny gun. It stands, it scales, it looks, yeah, wow. Really, really impressed with that. Even more so now, just something small and as trivial as that has made the figure even better. And that's probably because, to be fair, Retgar guns are quite accessible. It's not like a super rare accessory to find. So maybe if you wanted to as well, you could look at doing that with yours. Right, one more thing to do then. Of course, let's have a look at him with some of the other figures in his set. Oh no, I haven't done this yet. I haven't done that. Haven't put him in that stand or in a pose. Let's put the gun up. Let's open this up. And oh, we've got a bit of a glare there, so let's lift this up. There we go. That looks all right. It looks good. Yep, there we go. Okay, one last thing to do then, and that is, of course, put him with some other figures in his toy line. And again, I've just said this in the previous part of the video. These are definitely, in my opinion at the moment, the best toy line at the moment. The main reason why I want to show you this is just to get a feel for the height. I mentioned before, he is a very, very big Voyager figure, which he should be. And I like that. I do like that fact that he is bigger. He totally towers above Jazz. Jazz is just about up to his chest. Cup will go there. But of course, the good thing is he's not as big. He's nowhere near as big as the Dinobots. Let's bring this around so they fit in perfect, which you don't want him to be. You don't want him to be, of course, anywhere near as big as this guy, which again, I think he's really knocking on the door for figure of the year for me. And then the other one, I've got the Decepticons as well, but I'm not going to put them in this particular screenshot. That's a brilliant scene for you. There you go, guys. That's the Autobots, obviously, looking stunning. And Retgar he just completes it. He makes it look really, really good. I'm going to leave them like that because I think that's a great little display there. And yeah, he's fantastic. He's so good. Definitely, as I say, commands his Voyager price and category size because of you've actually got a Voyager size figure there. So hope you enjoyed looking at him. Yeah, hope it helped with your decision as well. And yeah, you know, if you've got one, get looking for a G1 Retgar weapon as well because it works and it fits perfect. There you go, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.